Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. So it's been about a month, probably a little over a month now since I've been on here. And it's also been a month since I've had surgery. I've sat down, once again, I've sat down multiple times and went over like how the surgery went and kind of where I was going from there. But it almost seemed like a little too much to put on the internet, and it was just such an experience that I didn't know how to wrap that up in a time frame where people would actually watch it. Now, I know at the end of the day, like I had said in my previous videos and still true to this day, like I'm not making these videos for anyone but myself, but it was just like I still have those videos for myself. I just didn't feel like they were necessary to post on the internet, I guess. But overall, surgery went well. I was like on the table for twice as long as I was supposed to be, simply because while they were in taking part of my stomach, they found a polyp on it, which sometimes can be cancerous, sometimes not. Thankfully, God bless, the one that I had was not cancerous. However, I found out like a week after my surgery that there were cells in the polyp that were not doing what they were supposed to be doing. So now I have to get checkups every 6 months for a year. So basically it's 2 times that they have to go in and make sure that one hasn't reformed, because I do have a family past of stomach cancer. So that was kind of a scary thing, but I'm not too worried about it. My surgeon's not too worried about it. So yeah. Other than that, I was in the hospital for 2 nights. Most people are only there for 1, but I was dehydrated. It was a very long hospital stay, not something I ever want to do again, and the pain was much, much more than I was prepared for. I think I was prepared for the external pain, like my incisions and stuff, but I was not prepared at all for the pain that my actual stomach was feeling, like my organ itself. Just imagine like them going in and literally taking part of an organ and then stitching it back up. Like you feel that. And so that was not enjoyable. But anyway, yeah, so it was a very long hospital stay. I was dehydrated. I wasn't up and moving right away like most people are. And for the first like couple of weeks, you can't really like sit up straight because of how my incisions were. I don't know if that's like normal for most people, but it's like my stomach hangs, obviously. And so it's almost like they pull at the incisions constantly. So that was also not a pleasant feeling. And I don't know if I had said this before, I'm sure I have, but after my surgery, I had to stay on the liquid diet for another 2 weeks. Now, I think like a week into that, well, let's backtrack. So a lot of people told me that after surgery, my taste buds would change, which is a real thing. Like, there are things now that make me nauseous that I would have like been all about before I had surgery. And there are certain smells that like trigger like nausea almost. Like I don't know how to explain it. So I have to be like very cautious of what I eat and like what environment I'm in, because certain smells just like set me off to the point where I will get sick. That first week after surgery, I don't think I really ate much at all, just because they do like take a part of the hormone that makes you hungry. So I didn't think that was gonna be real. I'm like, no, like how can me, Kaylee, not be hungry? Like that's not a thing. So I wasn't expecting that to be, I don't think I ate actual like food, even though I was still on clear liquids. I didn't really eat anything until day 5 maybe. So almost a week past surgery, and I still had not really been eating a whole lot. It was just mostly drinking. Just because my stomach was really sensitive, and even drinking some things made it upset. And so it was just kind of, and it still is, I guess, a learning game, just finding out what my stomach can handle. So then after that 2 weeks ended, which was about now 2 weeks ago, I moved up to Pureed Foods, and that's what I'm currently on. I have to be on that for 4 weeks. I'm just starting week 3, right? Yeah, I'm just starting week 3. So I have 2 more full weeks of that left, and then I'll be able to move up to soft foods just in time for Thanksgiving. And I guess right now, a lot of things that are happening to my body that no one that I had ever talked to like warned me about. And with all the research that I did, I just was not prepared or expecting them. But like my hormones and emotions are out of whack constantly. And I don't know if that's because they took part of the hormone that makes you hungry. I don't know what it was, but it's kind of like ever since surgery, like I could drop something and I will like start crying. Like, it's that bad. It's that bad. I don't drink as much, mostly because I can't drink or eat things very quickly, otherwise they will come back up, which may be TMI, but whatever. So I went from drinking about a gallon of water a day to half a gallon of water a day, and it still took me a long time to build up. Like, I'm still, like, this past couple days, I think I'm finally just getting up to half a gallon. Before, it was still at probably a quarter gallon, and I would be lucky if I could get that. I guess the most exciting thing is that I'm a month out and I've lost 50 pounds since my highest weight that I was in about 46 since my surgery date. So pretty much I've lost 50 pounds, which is like big news. And I have not exercised at all, like at all. And I definitely haven't been eating as well as I should be eating. So the fact that I've still lost 50 pounds is amazing. But today I started a new journey and I actually exercised for the first time in a long time. It felt good, and I've been going to counseling consistently, and I talked to her a lot about how I want to work out. It's just the idea of starting, I guess. And today I had just been sitting in my room all day, and I said, you know what, like today is going to be the day, because if I don't start, I'm literally just going to let myself go back to what I was doing, and I need to learn how to get into a routine of being healthier, because although I'm losing weight without having to really work for it right now, that's definitely going to stop. And for a few days I had pretty much like plateaued. Like, I was not losing any weight, I wasn't really gaining any weight, but I went from losing like 25 pounds in a week to not even losing 5 within a span of 4 or 5 days. So it was like, it was rough, because it's like, what am I doing wrong? Even though I knew what I was doing wrong, but it just like came so easy at first that I thought that that's how it was going to be the entire time. And it's definitely not. And I'm now starting to get to the point where I have to start working to keep losing at the rate that I was. So, you know, I've definitely invested a lot of money into my exercise life, I guess, if you will, if that's what we're calling it. Before surgery, I did buy this Hydro Flask. They sell them here on our campus. This is just a little sticker I put on it, but it was all black before. This thing is literally huge. It's 64 ounces. And like I said before, I was drinking 2 of these a day. Now I'm lucky if I get 1. I am trying to build up my tolerance again though, but like I said, I can only drink at a certain rate. Another thing I got was a pair of tennis shoes because I literally did not own any, like that's not even an exaggeration. I literally did not own a pair of tennis shoes. And if you're around me enough, you know that I pretty much only wear sandals or Converse. Like that's all I wear. So I took myself to Nike.com and got these. They're really cute. Don't make fun of me because my feet are really big and I'm not really insecure about it, but then when I show people my shoes, it like that insecurity creeps up on me, you know. But yeah, these, I like them. They're really cute. I used them literally for the first time today because I haven't worked out at all until today, and they were super comfy. I think I have to break them in a little bit because I have wide feet, and these are definitely not meant for people that have wide feet, but they were cute and I wanted them. So I sacrificed. But I did have another pair of Nike shoes a while back, and once I broke them in, they were fine. It's just that, you know, beginning stage. Another thing that I got was a scale, which is both a good and a bad thing. It's good because I'm now getting to the point where I don't have like weekly checkups with my doctor, because before I was just weighing myself in there, but now like I am going from weekly to 6 weeks to monthly. Like it's gonna keep going, it's gonna keep widening the span of time where I am able to weigh myself in. And for me, being able to see that number and to see that progress is what motivates me. And so I wanted to be able to have a scale so that I could do weekly weigh-ins. Now, the problem with that is that sometimes I get carried away, and the last time that I lost a bunch of weight, it almost turned into like this unhealthy game of seeing like how low I could get. It was like a competition with myself, and I don't want that to happen because I was losing weight for the wrong reasons when that happened, and I don't want to do that. So I am vowing to myself, I made a pledge to myself and to my counselor that I would only weigh myself once a week, so that it doesn't become unhealthy, but I can still see that progress. Yeah, this is rough. Like, it's gonna be a long journey, and right now it's like I'm just kind of floating along, and visually it's nice to see. Like, I can tell a difference sometimes, but my body dysmorphia likes to play tricks on me sometimes. So like, I can't always see it in my face. Like, I can tell that I've lost weight in my face, but as for everywhere else on my body, it's still like very hard for me to see a difference. And like when people are around me, like my family and stuff, they say they see a difference. So I guess something that's been on my mind a lot lately is just what I'm going to look like. Like, I don't know how small I'm going to get. I don't know what my body is going to look like when I get to that point. The biggest thing I'm scared of is all the extra skin, which I definitely have talked about before. But I'm now at a place where I can start lifting weights. So hopefully with my youthfulness and determination and hard work, I'll be able to kind of combat some of that so that I don't have to worry about being self-conscious constantly. The next purchase I made was definitely the most expensive, but so far it's been really, really worth it, and I've only had it for like a week, and that is an Apple Watch. Now, I used to have a Fitbit Versa, which visually looks a lot like the Apple Watch, but it doesn't do as much in my opinion, and I didn't really, it's not that I didn't like it, but I had bought an Apple Watch back in high school, and I had it for a week and I took it back just because it seemed pointless to me because I didn't exercise, and the one that I had wasn't cellular, so to me there was really no point, and I took it back. It wasn't worth the $400 that I spent on it. So then last year, at the beginning of last year around Christmas time, so I guess almost 2 years ago now, I got the Fitbit Versa, and that just was like not my favorite thing. Something I did like about the Fitbit Versa was that it tracked my sleep, and there was one other thing I really liked about it. I don't even remember, but there was one other thing that I really liked about it. The Apple Watch does both of those things, but it was just like the fact that you couldn't respond to texts or answer phone calls. It was just like annoying, and I know that's like not the purpose of those watches, but it didn't fit me and what I needed, and at that point I still wasn't really exercising, so it wasn't no need for it. However, I'm at a place now where like I knew when I started like actually working out, I wanted to get another Apple Watch, and so I've probably spent the last month and a half, maybe even 2 months, looking at them and what the different series do. And they had literally just come out with the Series 5, the new one, and I didn't want that one at all because the display on it is always on. Like the watch never goes to sleep. And so I was like, no, that's gonna kill the battery. I don't want that. However, I realized that the difference in price between the 4, which is the one I was really like set on, and the 5 was only like a $50 difference. And so I was like, okay, I might as well just get the 5, test it out, see how it is. And if it really is something I didn't like, I could just take it back and, you know, look a different route. I did look for used ones for a very long time, but if I was gonna spend that kind of money on a watch like this again for like the third time now, well, second time technically, because my mom did buy my Fitbit. But if I did get a watch like that, it was going to be something that I really wanted, and it was going to be like exactly what I wanted. So I was set on getting the rose gold aluminum with cellular 44mm screen, period. Like that was what I wanted. And I didn't care if it was a series 4 or 5. I didn't want anything before a series 5 because I'm bougie. Okay, no, I'm not bougie. It's just like, to me, it seems like getting something that's too far outdated is kind of not a waste of money, but like I said, I want to invest it so that whatever I have lasts me a long time. So I ended up with the Series 5 gold aluminum case, 44mm screen, and this is what it looks like. Now, as you can see, it's dim. Well, it kind of went, it's dim. It does always stay on, but like when they first told me that it was an always on retina, I was like thinking that it was gonna be like bright like this at all times, and I didn't like that. However, once you like put your wrist down or whatever, it gets bright again. But then if you look at it, it gets bright. I don't know if what I just said was English. To me, that didn't make sense, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is the Series 5. Something I do like about this one is that the picture goes all the way out to the edge. And this is, yeah. Most of y'all that I know anyway have an Apple Watch, so it's like, you already know what's going on. But for those who don't, this was a lot of money. Too much money. However, so far I've only had it for a week, and I really love it. Like, I'm obsessed. Mostly because it gives you, and the Fitbit did this too, but the Fitbit just wasn't for me. Okay, it wasn't. I love my Apple products. I'm like very materialistic when it comes to things like that. I guess just things in general. And I love just having fancy things. So I really wanted it. But I just love how it gives you like reminders in the day to stand up, move around. Something I love about this one is it has a breathe app on it. So you can go there and set like how long you want to just dedicate time to literally just sitting there and breathing. And that has been very good for after. I just used it after I went for a walk just to, you know, slow my heart rate back down. And it's also been very good for when I get anxious, because before, the way that I stop my anxiety from kind of taking over is by deep breathing. So it's nice to just kind of go into that watch and have it just coach you through that, I guess. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long. This is pretty much all I have prepared. I just wanted to give you an update because I kind of went absent again. I do want to show you something that's really fun and fresh is how big this sweatshirt is on me. Before it would, you know, I would keep it up here and it would like be fitted. And now it's like, I can't even keep it above my butt and it's like a dress on me. So that's a good feeling. Yeah. So I guess that's all I got. Yeah, you guys will hear from me soon. Bye.